Hey guys, Chris Knight here, Business Development Manager with Red Door Property Management, bringing you another top 5 list that I know that you guys love. Now, today we're going to talk about the top 5 reasons that you should consider not hiring a property management company. Number 1 is going to be you're a very hands-on person, so you do not letting go of the day-to-day actions. You want to be right there involved in not only vetting the tenant, but properly ensuring that maintenance is done to your specifications. If that's the kind of person you are, you should probably not consider hiring a property management company. Number 2 is just huge. You have more than enough time and desire to not only perform all the duties necessary to properly ensure your investment property is going to run the way it should and produce, but also you have the desire for the education that goes into all the intricacies of running the day-to-day. So that's going to include learning all of the tenant-landlord rights that are required by law so that, of course, you don't violate them. And then the fair housing guidelines. And then most importantly, the tenant qualifications. So the screening of the tenants, employment verifications, the background checks, credit checks, and most importantly, being able to ensure that the person that just recently applied for your property is not a scammer. This is huge these days. They have become extremely prevalent, and you have to be somewhat of a forensic scientist in order to determine if the information they're provided is legitimate or not. So if you have that type of time and energy, I applaud you. Dive right in. Number 3, you don't mind getting to know your tenants. So on the front end, I have communicated with a lot of different landlords who really want to get to know their tenants on the front end, have conversations with them to determine that they are going to be the right fit for their property. Now, I'm not referring to any violations of fair housing guidelines or anything like that, but you have the desire to really get to know them on a personal level and develop that communication early on in that relationship. Then you probably shouldn't hire a property management company because once you hand over everything to that property management company, you will want to remain hands off. And that is by far the best possible business relationship that I can suggest. Once you do start that interaction with that tenant, your property management company's lost all authority. So hiring them was a bad idea, and you're giving up money for no reason because you're going to get involved from that point going forward. So if that's the type of relationship that you want to have with your tenants, especially on the front end, you shouldn't be considering hiring a property management company. Number 4 is going to be obviously the costs. You're going to pay property management fees. You're going to pay new lease fees, monthly management fees. You're going to pay lease renewal fees. All of these are a write-offable expense, of course, but there are fees that are going to show up on your monthly statement. In addition to that, maintenance costs. They are inevitably going to go up. You're not going to be able to hire Joe down the street to perform your maintenance at a much lower cost. Now, your management company, if they are a reputable management company, is going to have vendor relationships that are hopefully going to have reduced rates than if you were to hire that vendor on your own. But nonetheless, they need to hire properly insured and vetted vendors that are going to come with a little bit higher cost than if, of course, you were going to do that maintenance on your own. So if you can't understand or live with that additional cost for your property to run as smooth as it really should, you probably shouldn't consider hiring a property management company. And number 5, now this is an unusual one. If you have super great tenants, I know I've talked to a lot of landlords and they have tenants that have resided in their property for 10 plus years. They're extremely low maintenance. They pay their rent on time every single month. They never call you in the middle of the night for an emergency repair. Maybe they even do some of their own repairs to the property. I completely understand. If that's the case for you, you probably shouldn't consider hiring a property management company. It's just going to be costs that you're going to be giving away for a situation that has very low involvement from you already. So if you have extremely low maintenance tenants who are absolutely perfect, pay their rent on time, take good care of the property, then you probably shouldn't consider hiring a property management company. And that was the top 5 reasons you should not consider hiring a property management company. It's been fun hanging with you today. If you're not already engaged in our market reports on our YouTube channel, I highly suggest you get into those. We are in a volatile market. The numbers are crazy. So make sure you dig in and get involved in those. My name is Chris Knight, Business Development Manager with Red Door Property Management, and I'll check you in the next video.